We've been coming to Camp Conrad Chinnock for 4 years now, and we absolutely love it. It is our home away from home. We can talk to other people who know what we're going through, and just the empathy and support and love we get here is just priceless.
My type 1 journey began when I was 9. I remember getting a call and my parents were crying, and I had to go up to Children's Hospital in Los Angeles the very next day. And when we got there, they tested my blood sugar and they knew right away that I had type 1 diabetes.
I was greatly ill and I had all the symptoms. It had come to the time where I had passed out on the way to the ER in Joshua Tree, and I fell into a coma and had to be helicoptered to Children's Hospital.
I was very scared that I wouldn't be the same person that I was and that I wouldn't be able to run anymore because my sugar would go too low, or I wouldn't be able to surf or anything.
I felt like when we were in the hospital for like 2 or 3 days, and they tried to train us and get us blood sugars down and everything. And then they sent us home with some supplies and prescriptions to take to the pharmacy and said, okay, now you go keep them alive. And what? I felt like I had a newborn again. Like they were just handing me this. I'm not a nurse. I don't have all this equipment. I don't know what I'm doing. And it was very, very overwhelming at first. Some days still is.
That first day in the hospital, I just said, I have to be strong for him, and I'm just glad that the medication was around to keep him going. Because 100 years ago, he wouldn't have been around.
Parents who have just had their child diagnosed with diabetes, I would imagine that they're probably scared. Is my child going to be able to have a normal life? Is my child going to be able to get married, to have children, to have a job? This place provides that kind of safety, kind of teaching to these families.
Camp Conrad has really taught me that even as a diabetic, I'm still able to do all the things that I have done before I'm diabetic and have an active and healthy lifestyle that I'm comfortable living with.
Being around all of the different parents and doctors and counselors and other kids, small kids, who can give me so much information. Anyone who's been to, had a magical experience, it's almost like a magical experience being so new and coming to camp for the first time, where you've had people who've doing this so long time. It's like being in a world of superheroes, I guess is what it's like.
I have seen so many transformations, and that's one of the reasons that keeps me coming back, because I believe that this is a place where transformations take place. Camp is doing something of great importance. We're basically changing the world one child at a time.
Having type 1 diabetes just connects us all in a stronger way than anything else in the world could. We're here, type 1 diabetes, that's your life. That's your 24/7. That's what you have to deal with every single day, day in and day out.
With type 1 diabetes, you are completely insulin dependent through some kind of needle for your life. There is no cure at this point. Pumps aren't cures. Nothing's a cure right now.
It's scary to think that if I forget to check her one night, or which I have before, and I wake up in a panic and I feel so guilty all day, but it's scary to know that she just might not wake up someday, and that's what scares me.
I wish that he didn't have to go through what he's going through, and that I can take it away from him whenever I want.
It's not an easy disease to live with. To some that don't know about it, it might appear that way because it's somewhat of an invisible disease. I mean, if you look at my daughter now, she has a smile on her face, she's happy, but there's a lot that's behind that smile, and it's very tough, and I don't know how she does it.
Diabetes affects the whole family. because like everybody has to take a part of it. I really believe Austin can do anything that people without diabetes can do.
Diabetes is really tough and it's really a lot of work, but being here at camp, you can be a kid and have so much fun, and it just feels amazing.
I think it's a great place for diabetics. They get to take care of you if you're low or if you're high. They'll figure out solutions for you, and you can still have the same fun that you did without diabetics.
I feel like it's a necessity for every child with type 1 diabetes to experience this type of camp. Coming up here and meeting the people that you do and getting the experience that you get with type 1 diabetes from the numerous amount of kids that have it up here, seeing stories like that are just inspiring.
It's important to keep supporting camp because it's a great place for everyone to come. It's very important to people with diabetes because they don't have another place like this. There's not a place surrounded by nature that you can come and give your outlet to.
We could not exist without the support that we get. This camp was built on volunteers. It has been from the very beginning. It's a grassroots organization. When the day that people stop believing in camp, that's the day camp will not exist anymore. But for 60 years, there's been a consistent supply and of people coming in to help camp because they believe in something that is much bigger than themselves. And that's a place where children get transformed.